All right, everybody. It's been a minute, and I'm back. Back from the dead. In this video, I just want to put out my very first video because I'm pivoting. Things are changing, and I've decided on what I want to do. And before I get to what I want to do, I want to talk about what has happened. So, after teaching for 10 years, I quit my job, felt very liberated, and wanted to go into online business. And of course, I did what the shiny thing on YouTube was, which was digital marketing. But what I didn't know was I underestimated the runway and my passion for it. Truth be told, I have zero passion for digital marketing for businesses in America when I live in Taiwan. It just wasn't what I was passionate about. I didn't care for it, and I have no connection or resources to start. And then I pivoted. I was like, hey, maybe I should do fitness coaching, which is something I love. I love doing fitness. I love working out. Maybe I can get into fitness coaching. And then I realized, man, this shit ain't for me. This is not for me, because look at all these fitness coaches. They're on steroids. Not I'm saying you need to, but I realized that I have zero experience doing it. Yeah, I know how to work out, but that does not mean I can teach somebody how to work out online. And again, I just realized that it was a huge try. I tried it for a few months. If you've seen a lot of my YouTube videos, it just didn't work. I didn't really like it. But problem came. You can't keep trying. You're gonna run out of resources. And that's exactly what happened. So after about a year and maybe 4 months, about 16 months of trying to start an online business, I have failed. Let's just say I failed. I wasted a lot of my money and resources. And of course, I partied a lot during that time because I had all this newfound freedom. But I ran out of money, right? So a friend told me it was an opportunity to be a project manager at this company, at a electronics manufacturing company called Foxlink. You would be great. Come on board, and we need somebody like you with your language skills, being in Taiwan and being able to talk to clients from America. Great. So I did that, and I did that since last April until right now, and I'm quitting my job tomorrow. I'm quitting my job tomorrow so I can try online business one more time. I'm gonna try. It's gonna be I would say my third or fourth try. So I'm recording this video. I'm not gonna do too much editing. I'm not going to add, no scripting, nothing at all. The purpose of this video is actually just for me. I want to articulate what has happened and what's gonna happen moving forward. Because number one, I know nobody's gonna watch this video, and that's great. You know, this is more for me. My goal was to just put out one video today to talk about what's happening in my life, and hopefully, you know, if somebody watches this video, you know, years from now, they're gonna find some encouragement and be like, wow, I got to where I am. I was not lucky. I was the shitty one. I was the guy that failed many times, miserably, over and over. But anyways, back on track. So I'm quitting my job as a project manager. I realized it just wasn't for me, and there are many reasons. I don't want to get into it because that could be its own separate video. But in the end, it was heartless. It was soulless. I just didn't find my passion, and I wasn't able to be useful. I wasn't able to excel and make a difference like I did when I was a teacher. You know, helping out the students. I didn't make a difference like when I was a drill instructor, drill sergeant, helping out recruits go through their training. It really lost that personal touch. Granted, as a project manager, I got to go to Da Nang. I got to see some factories, see how the production line works, see how big the world actually is. When we talk about money, organization, structure, millionaires, working with millionaires and seeing I even got to meet TC Gould, who is the founder of Foxlink, who is a billionaire. He even sat right in front of me while we're in a meeting, in a sales report meeting. Of course, I sat there. I didn't say a word. I'm just to look pretty, right? Take notes and pretend to sit there. But he sat right across me. Anyways, great experience, but I realized it's just not for me. And luckily, with this job that I had, I was able to get a fat bonus. I was able to secure more funding with this 8 months while I was there. So right now, if I gave myself, with the resources that I have, I can actually attempt one more time on my online business for maybe about 15 to 20 months, as long as I don't party too much and waste all my money going to Thailand or going to music festivals. But what's cool about that is I did that already last year. I did that last time around. So this time around, I felt like I've got better discipline. I have better resources and better experiences. And most of all, pain. I have, when people do anything, any motivator, it's the pain or pleasure. The pain of not doing it or the pain of actually doing it. The pleasure of doing it and the pleasure of not doing it. I think last year, the pleasure of not doing it was far greater than the pain of doing it. So I felt like there's a lot of stuff I was just too content. I had a good life. I had some money, I had free time, I went to party, I did everything I wanted to, went on multiple trips, went to Bangkok so many times. I did get a Thai girlfriend, as you've seen in my videos. But the moral of the story is some things have to change, right? I tried many times, it didn't work. And I'm not giving up. I'm coming back. So what am I gonna do moving forward? So this is more of a mission statement, a manifestation, whatever you want to call it, or an action plan, as some of you would call it. So I'm quitting my job tomorrow. So how am I gonna make my living? Well, luckily, I can still teach. I can still tutor on the side to make some basic income, to pay for the bills. Not gonna save any money on this because I need to work on my own business. Moving forward, I'm gonna help out our school, right? Remember, I was a private school teacher, but my family also owns a school. Our school is aggressively expanding, which is half the reason why I'm quitting my job. So I can help out the school. Because think about it. If I am going to help out anybody, put my time and energy into anything, it better be to realize my family's dream, the family business dream, than to help some other people realize their commercial dreams with ego tied into it. And we don't want to get into that. I could get that later. So if I'm going to invest my resource and my time and energy, it better be to help out our school. Plain and simple. Our school is doing good and they need help. Now, I'm not taking a full-time job, but I'm doing it part-time just to help out and doing some tutors on the side so it can pay the bills. But my free time, here's what I'm going to do. Number one, I'm going to become a life coach. I think that actually fits my personality so much better than digital marketing or online fitness coaching. Here's why. When I was a teacher and when I was a Jordan instructor, the greatest pleasure I got was really helping out students find their way, maximize their potential, perhaps overcome their obstacles, right? Having a personal breakthrough, because a lot of times teaching, you're not just teaching the subject. When I was a Jordan instructor, I wasn't just talking about drills. A lot of times it was more of an emotional thing. How do they get over this maybe human relationship, maybe a personal issue? They just can't see through it, right? And I always tell my students, look, you have the answer. My job is to help you really put on different lens and really change the way you look at something so that you can take action or find a different way of looking at things so it doesn't cause you that much pain. And to be honest with you, if I was going to learn any type of coaching, like personal coaching or life coaching, it's going to be from Tony Robbins. Okay, like I've heard of him a lot, but I really fell in love with him last month when I attended his Time to Rise Summit, which was free. Now, and I realized, oh my God, no wonder he is the best of what he does. And honestly, when he was teaching, right, or I don't even call it teaching, when he was sharing stories, when he was teaching these strategies and changing your state, your story, and then your strategy all together, I was like, man, a lot of things he talked about, I talked about this in class with my students. Because when I was teaching my students, my favorite thing to do is to not talk about the subject, not talk about grammar, but just talk some shit, tell some stories to help them think about what is important and why we're going through this. Yeah, it can be boring sometimes, but what if I can teach them in a way to let them think that, hey, this is important, this is cool, it's entertaining, and I enjoy it. So I found a lot of things that are similar in how I teach versus how Tony Robbins teaches. Now, I'm not saying he's like the best of what he does, right? But I realized I can do what he does. I can do what he does. Maybe not at his level, but that's basically what I've been doing for the past 10 to 15 years, is actually just talking to a person who has a problem, student, or a recruit, talk to him, have a heart-to-heart talk, but I didn't know the strategies, right? Now, over the years, I've developed certain type of questioning system into make them think about problems in a different way. But I had no strategy. I had no system. Like I kind of had a system, but I didn't really have one. So moving forward, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through his Personal Power Plus, which is an online tape recording program that teaches you how to have human breakthroughs, how to become the best version of yourself, right? That's a word that's been thrown out so many fucking times. But I'm going to figure out a way to do it a little bit better, or at least my style. That's number one. Number two, it's going to be his Unleash the Power online event program that's going to happen in March. So I'm going to be fully invested into his online programs. That's number two. Number three, after that, I am going to purchase his online program to how to become a coach, because he does have certificates, an online program called Robbins RMT certificate program, in which I can become a certified coach from Tony Robbins. I can hang his name. And that's going to be $5,000 US. It's a bit pricey, but I think it's worth it. Because if I can have the right skills to help out people, because that's always what I want to do. I love talking to people. I love talking to people and really figure out what their problems are, because everybody has problems. Everyone wants to talk about their problems, and I love hearing their problems. I love giving unsolicited advice. Sometimes they're good. I hope it's good. I always try to give good advice. So that's number three. And then number four is I want to start making daily YouTube videos like this one. And God, you have no idea how long this video took me to make. It literally, I was thinking about it for months and months and months. I don't know, it's just, there was things holding me back. Oh, my skin, my acne, I don't look good, I don't feel good about myself. I don't have a script. I don't have the proper equipment. I don't have camera gear. I mean, I'm using my fucking phone, okay? Like, I kept looking online. Oh, what is the best camera? And I just spent so much time trying to figure out all the things that was not important than actually just shoot and record. Now, granted, this did take some time. I did change out my whiteboards for a cleaner background. I did replace the lights. I did buy a new tripod and a few equipments for what's in front of me. But really, all the prep work that I did, maybe it was like 5 things, could have been done in probably 4 hours. But it took me 3 to 4 months to actually make one single video like the one today. And I can tell you, I feel liberated to share this in front of camera, because I've been wanting to do this video for so fucking long, and I finally done it. So this is a video to encourage you to really take the step forward. You got to take the step forward to follow what you want, because like honestly, once I worked for other people, I realized how stupid that is. Now, if you worked for a great company and you worked with really, really amazing people that would elevate you and give you the resource and the system and the power, that you're so lucky. Stay in there, okay? Stay in that. But I was not lucky. I did not. I didn't get to a company where I worked with really, really exceptional team. There was a couple exceptional people that I worked with, but overall, I realized, man, this ain't for me. You will know if it is for you. Anyways, if it's not for you, that's okay. Get the most out of it. How do you make it a win? For me, it was a shitty job. Like, I had to drive 2 hours a day. My gas money was a quarter. My car, let's just talk about my car, my vehicle to get to work, plus parking, XYZ, because a V6 Guzzler. The gas is about 1/5 of my income. Yeah, 1/5 my income goes to gas. Sometimes a quarter of my income goes to my vehicle just to get to work. I didn't save a single dollar in the past 8 months. My income was about literally the same. I get money, I lose it all. Get money, lose it all. Get money, lose it all. Paycheck to paycheck. I've never had that in my life. This was my first time I experienced paycheck to paycheck. So money wasn't a thing. I did not work for money. I was literally doing charity work. So luckily, this fat Chinese bonus came in, gave me a good runway. I got some business funding, you know what, from the bank. That will give me 15 months to continue on this journey. So when things are bad, you gotta make it a win. In here, no matter how bad it is, it's a win, right? Life happens for you, not to you. So that's something that TR says a lot. So I'm trying to make the best out of any situation. Yeah, it sucked. The last few months, man, God, it was so bad. It was so bad. But looking back, it was like, man, that was actually quite interesting. I'm glad I had that experience, because I've got a lot to say. I've got a lot to share, unlike a lot of people. I've got a lot to share about my experience working corporate. I've got a lot to say. So this video is to encourage you to really take that step forward. I'm not telling you to quit your job, but I'm telling you to quit your job, or quit your job strategically, right? Make sure you have an income. Make sure you have an income to support your dream. Or you're gonna have to work harder doing your 9 to 5, which is also what I tried. I tried to work on a 9 to 5 over the past few months, and I was able to get some things done, but the stress from the work and driving back, I just wasn't able to do it. So I wasn't able to really go fully on it, which is why this video, I'm making it the day before I quit. I'm quitting tomorrow. There was a certain liberation to know that, hey, I still have an income from teaching, because that's what I used to do. And I also have business funding, which I have a good amount of savings, which will let me to attempt at this online business the third time, the third or fourth time, right? I've just been through so much pain. So I'm really hoping this works. So really want to encourage you to really take that step forward, to make the best out of every situation. Because right now you're probably at a shitty job you fucking hate. Think about how can you make a win out of it. That's the most important question of all. It's not don't change your mindset. Maybe it's change your mindset, change your action, change whatever it is. But the number one most important question is, how do I make the best out of it? And I think I did. I was at a pretty crappy corporate job. Yeah, it was good. There was some good parts about it, but about 80% was shit. 20% of the job was good. But now I think about it, 80% was really good because what I can get out of it. Yeah, 20%, yeah, no, I might lose that income, but hey, I don't miss that driving. So I encourage you to take that step forward, right? But number one, if you're gonna try to do another business, make sure you don't underestimate the runway. Meaning, you're gonna need that money. You're gonna need you're gonna have a lot. You're gonna need a lot of money to start your business. So don't just do it like me, my dumbass. Quit my job and then try to start an online business in which I have zero experience in, zero resource, location disadvantage. Well, I'm in Taiwan and I'm trying to get customers in America, in California, local businesses. I don't know anybody. Don't do that, okay? But instead, make sure you have income, at least a side job. You don't want to make sure like your entirety is on this side. That pressure is too high. You know, at least still have a side job, which is what I'm going to be doing. At least have a side job, enough money to go maybe 12 months. Because a lot of times people underestimate how long it takes. And they overestimate how much they could do in 6 months. But guys, it's gonna take a while. So because for me, I think it's gonna take me a year to get one client, and that's a really, there's many ways to look at it. I should be more aggressive or not, but it doesn't matter. What matters is action, action, action. Map. I need a map, a massive action plan. Taking a lot of action. Not really hoping for the best. I do have some KPIs which I can share later on. But yeah, this video is just kind of me just dumping what I've been thinking about. Okay, I need that liberation. I want to just get it out of my mind and give you guys an idea about what this channel really is moving forward.